I really tried my best, please watch the video until the end.
The hot, dry wind hits my dark, heavy metal armor plates. Dust clouds rise high above the broken stone ground here. I must stand firm against this massive, rushing enemy force. A bright spectrum macaw sits quietly on my left shoulder. Its vibrant feathers glow with intense, pure magic energy. This small bird holds the ultimate power of absolute rule. The tall enemy general steps forward with heavy iron boots. Deep craters form under his massive dark steel footsteps. He wants to crush my body into the hard, cold dirt today. System alert voice. Mimicry Control is now fully active. A faint blue screen hovers right in front of my face now. I calculate the exact distance between me and the army. 10,000 armored soldiers wait for his clear command. Their heavy weapons catch the bright, harsh morning light. This sheer volume of pure kinetic force seems unstoppable. The general raises his massive silver sword high up now. Sharp sound waves ripple through the thick morning air. I keep my breathing slow and steady without any panic. He opens his mouth to shout a very loud, deadly command. The word attack echoes across the empty, barren wasteland. I feel the ground shake under my heavy, dark leather boots. 10,000 soldiers rush forward with extreme fast speed. A huge wave of pure physical pressure pushes against me. My magical bird opens its small, curved, black, sharp beak. System alert. Echo of authority skill initiates right now. The parrot repeats the word retreat with a booming voice. This new sound wave completely shatters the previous order. The advancing soldiers suddenly stop their fast movement. Heavy boots slide against the rough, dry, cracked soil below. The absolute rule of my pet overrides the enemy leader. Every single soldier turns around in perfect unison now. They march away from me toward the distant tall mountains. I watch the massive threat vanish in mere empty seconds. The general drops his heavy silver sword onto the rocks. A loud metallic clank rings out across the quiet valley. He lacks the mental capacity to understand this situation. He runs toward me with pure blind rage in his movements. Air pressure shifts around his fast incoming physical body. I do not even bother to draw my own sharp steel weapon. The angry man shouts the word die with maximum volume now. Powerful sound magic tries to crush my internal organs. My Spectrum Macaw catches that exact sound wave instantly. System alert target command has been perfectly captured. The bright bird screams the word die back at the general. A massive invisible force slams into the running attacker. His heavy iron armor cracks under the intense high pressure. The man flies backward and hits the solid ground very hard. He loses consciousness before his body even stops rolling. A thick cloud of gray dust settles over his quiet form. I step forward to inspect the broken pieces of his gear. This power makes me the absolute master of any battlefield. System alert SSS rank voice. Mimicry gains new experience. The colorful bird hops from my left shoulder to my right. I must test the full range of this unique stolen authority. A second enemy leader steps out from the nearby dark woods. He wears long, flowing robes made of thick red silk fabric. The air temperature rises as he gathers pure fire energy. I calculate the exact heat output of his incoming attack. Bright orange flames dance around his wooden magic staff. My parrot tilts its small head to listen to his next words. The angry mage shouts the word burn with immense loud force. A giant wave of hot fire rushes straight toward my face now. I stand perfectly still and wait for the system to react. System alert. Incoming magical threat detected right away. The Spectrum Macaw repeats the word burn with a sharp tone. The massive fire wave suddenly reverses its fast direction. Intense heat blasts back into the face of the shocked mage. His red silk robes turn into black ash in just 1 second. The kinetic impact throws him deep into the dark forest. Heavy wooden branches break as his body slams into a tree. He drops down to the dirt without any signs of normal life. I brush a few stray warm ashes off my dark iron shoulder. This level of pure control requires zero physical effort. The magic bird cleans its bright feathers with its beak. I need to find the main headquarters of this hostile army. System alert radar scan locates the main enemy base camp. A large stone fortress sits on top of a very high, tall hill. I start walking toward the massive walls with steady steps. The hot sun beats down on the dry, cracked earth below me. Small, loose rocks crunch under my heavy, dark leather boots. Every step brings me closer to total absolute domination. Hundreds of archers stand ready on the high stone walls. They pull their strong bowstrings back with tight tension. Sharp iron arrows point directly at my unprotected chest. The base commander yells the word "shoot" from the tall tower. A dark cloud of fast, deadly arrows fills the bright blue sky. I do not even blink as the sharp weapons fly toward me now. System alert. Multiple fast projectiles track your position. My loyal, colorful parrot screams the word "shoot" very loud. The magical sound wave hits the incoming cloud of arrows. Every single arrow stops dead in the middle of the empty air. They spin around and target the archers on the stone wall. The sheer speed of the reversal breaks the sound barrier. A massive, loud sonic boom shakes the entire stone fortress. The arrows strike the stone walls with extreme heavy force. Huge chunks of gray rock shatter and fall down to the dirt. The archers drop their broken bows and run away in panic. Kinetic energy blasts them backward off the high platform. I watch the complete destruction of their front-line defense. The base commander stares at me with total, absolute shock. His hands shake as he grabs a large, heavy iron warhammer. He jumps down from the tall tower to face me in close combat. The heavy man lands on the ground with a very loud, hard thud. Deep cracks form in the dry soil under his massive iron boots. I analyze his thick, heavy armor for any obvious weak points. He swings the giant hammer right at my head with wild fury. The thick metal weapon cuts through the air with a loud roar. He screams the word "crush" as he puts all his weight into it. System alert, high-impact kinetic attack detected right now. The macaw repeats the word "crush" with a sharp, piercing tone. The giant iron hammer stops moving just 1 inch from my face. A sudden, invisible weight presses down on the big commander. His thick steel armor plates begin to bend inward very fast. The massive physical pressure forces him down to his knees. He drops his heavy weapon and gasps for a quick breath of air. The invisible force pushes his face deep into the hard dirt. He loses consciousness under the extreme, crushing heavy weight. I step over his quiet, sleeping body without a second thought. The main gate of the stone fortress stands open and broken. My path forward remains completely clear of any real threats. System alert, fortress capture objective is now fully complete. The bright parrot ruffles its colorful magic feathers again. I walk into the dark, empty courtyard of the large stone base. Cold wind blows through the shattered wooden front gate doors. Small pieces of broken stone crunch under my heavy, dark boots. I must locate the main supply room to gather useful resources. A hidden trapdoor suddenly opens up right beneath my 2 feet. Sharp metal spikes wait at the bottom of the deep, dark pit hole. I fall downward into the cold, black, empty space very fast now. A hidden guard yells the word "fall" from the dark shadows above. System alert. Dangerous environment hazard detected immediately. My loyal bird screams the word "fall" with intense magic power. The gravity inside the deep pit suddenly reverses its direction. My heavy body shoots straight up out of the dark, dangerous hole. I land safely on the solid stone floor near the open trapdoor. The hidden guard loses his balance and trips over his own feet. He tumbles forward and drops down into the deep, dark, spiked pit. A loud crash echoes up from the bottom of the cold, empty hole. I do not need to check if he survived that extreme, heavy impact. The colorful macaw lets out a soft, quiet sound of pure victory. I walk away from the deep, dark pit with steady, heavy steps. The cold stone floor echoes under my thick, dark iron boots. I must find the main treasure room inside this large base. System alert. New hostile targets detected in the main hall. My colorful parrot shifts its small weight on my right side. Bright magic energy pulses through its long, elegant feathers. 2 elite guards stand in front of the massive wooden doors. They wear thick, heavy silver armor plates over their chests. Long, sharp steel spears rest firmly in their large hands now. I do not slow down my steady forward pace even for a second. The first guard points his deadly weapon right at my face. He opens his mouth to shout a very loud and strict command. The man yells the word "freeze" with maximum aggressive force. A sudden wave of cold ice magic rushes across the dark room. System alert, extreme temperature drop detected right away. My loyal bird repeats the word "freeze" with absolute power. The fast-moving ice wave stops completely in the empty air. It reverses direction and flies back toward the two guards. Thick white frost covers their heavy silver metal armor now. Both men turn into solid blocks of hard cold ice instantly. Their physical bodies lose all normal heat and kinetic life. I push the frozen statues aside with one simple casual move. Heavy ice shatters into tiny pieces across the stone floor. This base lacks any real challenge for my supreme authority. I kick the massive wooden doors open with my right foot now. Loud cracking sounds echo through the giant, empty grand hall. Thick dust falls from the high, dark ceiling above my head. A tall, dark figure stands at the far end of the long room. He holds a glowing purple crystal staff in his right hand. Wild, dark magic swirls around his long black silk robes now. I calculate the exact distance to this new, dangerous threat. System alert. High-level magic user identified in this zone. The dark mage points his glowing purple staff at my chest. He screams the word bind to stop my steady forward movement. Thick, glowing purple chains erupt from the hard stone floor. They fly through the cold air to wrap around my heavy legs. My spectrum macaw opens its small beak without any delay now. The bright bird shouts the word bind with a sharp, loud tone. The flying magic chains suddenly change their fast trajectory. They shoot straight back toward the angry dark magic user. Heavy purple links wrap tightly around his thin, weak arms. The kinetic force pulls him down to the hard stone ground. He struggles against the extreme pressure of his own spell. His glowing crystal staff rolls away across the dirty floor. I walk past his quiet-bound body without a single spare look. Total control over reality belongs strictly to my small pet. I reach the end of the long, grand hall in just a few seconds. A heavy iron vault door blocks my path to the real treasure. Complex metal gears lock the thick door in a secure position. I inspect the heavy steel frame for any obvious weak points. System alert, hidden mechanical trap activated near the door. A loud metallic voice echoes from the dark stone walls now. The automated defense system shouts the word lock very loud. Heavy steel bars drop down from the high ceiling above me. They try to trap me inside this small, dark, empty corridor. My magical parrot screams the word lock with immense power. The falling steel bars stop dead in their fast downward path. The massive iron vault door suddenly begins to shift and move. Thick metal gears grind against each other with heavy force. The absolute authority of the command forces the vault open. Heavy locks break apart under the invisible kinetic pressure. I step inside the bright room filled with rare, shiny items. Gold coins and magic crystals cover the entire wooden floor. I do not care about these simple, useless material possessions. I only seek supreme power and total dominance over my foes. System alert. Rare resource collection objective is complete. Heavy footsteps echo from the dark hallway behind my back. I turn around slowly to face the final remaining enemy here. The fortress warlord steps into the bright light of the vault. He wears massive golden armor plates over his giant, huge body. A giant, heavy steel battle axe rests on his right shoulder. His face twists into a mask of pure, dark, violent, angry rage. I analyze his immense physical strength and kinetic potential. System alert, boss level threat detected in your current area. The giant warlord slams his heavy axe down onto the stone. Deep cracks spread across the solid floor from the impact. He glares at my small, colorful bird with absolute pure hate. The huge man yells the word kneel with incredible loud force. A massive wave of pure gravity magic pushes down on my head. The air pressure drops fast as the heavy weight hits my body. My boots sink 1 inch into the hard, solid stone floor below. I keep my spine perfectly straight despite the extreme force. My loyal parrot catches the command wave in just 1 second. The bright bird screams the word kneel back at the huge boss. The intense gravity field instantly shifts its main target. A crushing, invisible weight slams into the golden warlord. His massive, thick armor plates groan under the extreme pressure. The giant man drops down to his heavy knees with a loud thud. His thick steel battle axe falls from his weak, shaking hands. He gasps for air as the invisible force crushes his giant chest. I walk toward his kneeling form with very slow, steady steps. He tries to lift his heavy head to look at my calm, cold face. The man gathers his last bit of strength for one final attack. He shouts the word break with all his remaining lung capacity. Wild, kinetic energy bursts outward from his massive, large body. System alert, lethal shockwave incoming at extreme fast speed. My spectrum macaw repeats the word break without any fear now. The massive shockwave stops right in front of my iron boots. It violently reverses direction and hits the giant boss hard. His heavy golden armor shatters into a million tiny pieces. The pure physical force throws his giant body across the room. He slams into the thick stone wall and loses all consciousness. A thick cloud of gray dust rises from his quiet, broken form. I stand alone in the absolute silence of the destroyed vault. My small, colorful bird flutters its bright, glowing wings now. I leave the dark vault and walk back into the main grand hall. The entire fortress now belongs entirely to my supreme command. I need to reach the highest point to survey my new territory. System alert navigation path to the main roof is now open. I find a long, spiral stone staircase leading up to the tower. My heavy dark boots hit each step with a steady, rhythmic beat. Cold wind blows through the narrow open windows on the wall. I reach the top and step out onto the flat, wide stone roof. The bright morning sun shines down on the empty, quiet valley. A loud horn sounds from the distant dry dirt road down below. I look down over the edge of the high stone fortress wall now. A second massive enemy army marches toward my captured base. Thousands of fresh, angry soldiers want to take this fort back. I calculate the exact arrival time of their slow front lines. My colorful bird sits calmly on my right dark iron shoulder. The enemy forces stop their march just outside the main gate. A new commander rides forward on a large, heavy black warhorse. He points his shiny silver sword up at my high roof position. The man takes a very deep breath to shout to his huge army now. He yells the word charge with maximum volume and pure anger. 10,000 angry men step forward with extreme fast speed. System alert. Massive enemy invasion wave detected right now. My loyal Parrot screams the word charge with absolute power. The magical command wave washes over the entire hostile army. The soldiers suddenly stop their forward advance immediately. They turn their sharp weapons toward their own base camp now. The reversed order forces them to attack their own safe home. 10,000 men march away to destroy their own distant city. The enemy commander watches them leave in total absolute shock. His mind completely breaks under the weight of this strange event. I watch him fall off his black horse and hit the hard ground. He just lies there without any will to fight or move his body. My total dominance over this entire region is now fully absolute. System alert voice. Mimicry control reaches a brand new level. I watch the broken commander lie in the dry yellow dust. The heavy black warhorse runs away toward the mountains. I must secure the lower courtyard before moving forward. My dark iron boots step away from the high stone ledge. The bright macaw shifts its weight on my left shoulder. System alert. Passive environment scan is now fully active. I walk down the long, dark spiral stone staircase slowly. Cold wind blows through the empty, narrow, vertical slits. Each heavy step echoes against the thick gray rock walls. Total silence fills the massive captured military base. I reach the bottom floor and step into the bright light. The hot sun heats the heavy metal plates on my dark chest. I calculate the exact distance to the main wooden gate. Small rocks crunch under my heavy boots with every step. A strange, dark shadow suddenly falls over the courtyard. I look up into the clear blue sky to identify the threat. A massive flying beast circles above the high stone walls. Thick green scales cover its long, heavy, muscular body. Huge leather wings beat against the thin morning air. The sheer wind pressure pushes loose dirt across the yard. A tall man stands proudly on the back of the giant beast. He wears glowing silver armor covered in complex runes. I analyze his physical position and magical power output. System alert elite Royal Guard unit detected in airspace. The flying monster dives straight down toward my location. Sharp claws extend from its heavy, thick green lower legs. I stand perfectly still and wait for the incoming attack. The rider pulls a long, glowing blue spear from his back. He channels immense raw magic energy into the sharp weapon. The air temperature drops rapidly around his falling body. My colorful parrot opens its small, sharp, black curved beak. The Royal Guard points his spear directly at my head now. He yells the word pierce with extreme, loud vocal force. A massive blue energy beam shoots out from the sharp tip. System alert, high-density magic laser approaching fast. My loyal bird screams the word pierce with absolute power. The giant blue energy beam stops moving in the empty air. It violently reverses direction and shoots straight back. The laser hits the flying beast right in its massive chest. Thick green scales shatter under the extreme kinetic force. The giant monster loses all forward momentum instantly. It crashes into the high stone wall with a loud, heavy thud. Huge chunks of gray rock fall down into the dirty courtyard. The royal rider flies off the back of his dead green beast. He hits the hard dirt floor and rolls several heavy meters. I watch his glowing silver armor dent under the high impact. The broken man tries to stand up on his weak, shaking legs. Thick, dark dirt covers his shiny, expensive silver gear. He glares at me with pure, absolute hatred in his dark eyes. I calculate his remaining combat potential in mere seconds. He reaches into a small leather pouch on his thick belt. The man pulls out a small, glowing red magical glass sphere. He crushes the fragile item inside his heavy metal glove. Wild red energy flows up his arm and enters his solid chest. System alert. Dangerous power surge detected in target body. The royal guard opens his mouth to issue a final command. He shouts the word explode with all his remaining lung power. A massive wave of volatile red magic rushes toward my face. The sheer heat threatens to melt my dark, heavy iron armor. My bright spectrum macaw repeats the word explode right away. The red magic wave stops just 1 inch from my calm face. It flies back toward the guard with double the exact speed. The extreme kinetic force blows his heavy body far away. He slams into the distant stone wall and loses consciousness. Only a deep, dark crater remains where the angry man stood. I brush a thin layer of gray ash off my dark metal shoulder. This level of combat requires zero actual physical effort. My small magical bird cleans its bright feathers quietly. I turn my attention back to the open, broken front gate. The path to the royal capital lies completely clear now. System alert, stealth unit detected right behind your back. A sudden shift in air pressure occurs near my right side. I do not turn around to face this new hidden coward's trick. A dark figure drops down from the high stone balcony above. He holds 2 sharp steel daggers covered in green poison. The assassin aims for the small gaps in my thick neck armor. He moves with extreme fast speed and 0 heavy foot sounds. The killer whispers the word slice with cold, deadly intent. Invisible blades of sharp wind magic fly toward my throat. My colorful parrot catches the quiet sound wave instantly. The bright bird whispers the word slice back at the killer. The invisible wind blades suddenly reverse their fast path. They strike the falling assassin in his unprotected chest. His dark leather armor tears open under the sharp pressure. The kinetic impact throws him backward into the stone wall. He drops his poisoned daggers onto the hard dirt floor. The man loses consciousness before he even hits the ground. I look at his quiet, broken form without any real emotion. The absolute rule of my pet leaves no room for any errors. I start walking toward the open, massive wooden front doors. The hot, dry wind hits my face as I leave the stone base. I step onto the wide dirt road leading to the massive city. Tall green trees line the long, empty path ahead of me. My heavy, dark boots hit the dry dirt with a steady rhythm. System alert. Distance to Royal Capital is 10 kilometers. I maintain a constant walking pace without any slow breaks. The bright morning sun climbs higher into the clear blue sky. Small wild animals run away from my loud, heavy footsteps. I feel the pure magical energy radiating from my small bird. This stolen authority makes me a walking natural disaster. I see the tall, white towers of the capital in the distance. A massive, glowing yellow energy dome covers the entire city. Thick, magical barriers protect the rich royal elite inside. I calculate the exact density of the yellow energy shield. Hundreds of heavily armed guards stand outside the barrier. They form a thick defensive line across the main dirt road. I do not stop my steady forward movement for a single second. The guard captain steps forward with a giant golden shield. He points his thick, heavy steel sword directly at my chest. The man wants to protect his weak king from my absolute rule. I analyze the defensive formation of the large royal army. System alert. Massive magical barrier blocks your main path. The captain takes a deep breath to issue a strict command. He yells the word halt with incredible loud vocal volume. A giant wave of pure kinetic force rushes toward my body. The physical pressure tries to stop my steady, heavy legs. My loyal parrot screams the word halt with maximum power. The invisible kinetic wave stops moving in the empty air. It violently reverses direction and hits the guard captain. His massive golden shield bends inward under the extreme weight. The heavy pressure forces him down into the hard, dry dirt. He loses all consciousness from the massive physical shock. The rest of the guards stare at me with pure, absolute terror. They drop their heavy steel weapons onto the dusty ground. The men run away toward the massive, glowing yellow barrier. They want to hide behind the thick, magical energy shield. I walk past the broken captain without looking at his face. The giant yellow dome pulses with intense, bright light now. I must find a way to shatter this massive defensive wall. System Alert Barrier Core requires a direct vocal override. A supreme mage stands on top of the high white city wall. He holds a giant glowing yellow crystal in his right hand. The old man channels raw magic into the thick energy dome. He glares down at me with pure hate in his bright blue eyes. The mage shouts the word repel with extreme magical force. The entire yellow dome expands outward with violent speed. A massive wall of hard light rushes directly toward my face. I stand perfectly still and wait for my bird to react now. My colorful macaw repeats the word repel with a sharp tone. The expanding yellow wall suddenly stops its fast movement. It violently collapses inward toward the high white city wall. The massive magical barrier shatters like fragile thin glass. Millions of yellow light shards rain down on the quiet city. The extreme kinetic shockwave hits the supreme old mage hard. His giant glowing crystal explodes into tiny, useless pieces. The pure physical force throws him off the high stone wall. He falls down and hits the hard dirt road with a loud thud. I watch his broken body lie still in the dry yellow dust. System Alert. Royal capital defenses are now fully destroyed. I step over the shattered remains of the yellow magic shield. The massive iron gates of the royal city stand wide open. Total, absolute panic fills the crowded, narrow stone streets. Rich nobles run away in pure fear of my steady, heavy steps. I do not care about these weak, useless, pathetic citizens. I only seek the grand throne room of the main royal palace. My heavy dark boots hit the smooth white stone pavement now. The bright parrot ruffles its colorful feathers on my shoulder. I calculate the fastest route to the giant royal castle. System Alert navigation path to the main palace is secure. A squad of elite royal knights blocks the wide main street. They ride massive white war horses covered in heavy steel. Long, sharp silver lances point directly at my dark chest. The knight leader raises his heavy metal visor right now. He screams the word trample with absolute blind, angry rage. The huge white horses charge forward with extreme fast speed. Heavy hooves strike the white stone pavement with loud sounds. A massive wave of pure physical force rushes toward my body. My loyal bird shouts the word trample with immense power. The charging horses suddenly stop their fast-forward run. They rear up on their back legs in pure, absolute, total panic. The heavy animals turn around and run back toward the knights. Massive steel hooves crush the elite riders into the ground. The knights lose all combat ability under the heavy weight. I walk through the broken squad without slowing my steady pace. This entire kingdom lacks the power to stop my supreme rule. The tall golden doors of the royal palace appear right ahead. Massive white marble stairs lead up to the grand entrance. I start walking up the wide, heavy steps with a steady pace. The hot afternoon sun reflects off the shiny golden doors. My dark iron armor absorbs the intense, heavy thermal heat. I do not feel any physical fatigue from this long, long walk. System Alert. Supreme Royal Guard unit blocks the main door. 4 giant armored men step out from behind the thick pillars. They hold massive, heavy steel warhammers in their big hands. Their thick, dark armor plates absorb all the bright sunlight. I analyze their heavy muscle mass and pure kinetic potential. The biggest guard steps forward to block my upward movement. He slams his giant, heavy hammer down onto the white marble. Deep cracks spread across the smooth, expensive stone surface. The giant man yells the word crush with incredible loud force. A massive, invisible weight drops down from the clear blue sky. The extreme gravity pressure tries to flatten my physical body. My boots grind into the hard white marble under the heavy load. My bright spectrum macaw repeats the word crush immediately. The intense gravity field suddenly shifts its main target area. A crushing invisible force slams right into the four giant men. Their thick, dark armor plates bend inward with loud groans. The massive physical pressure forces them down to their knees. They drop their heavy steel hammers onto the cracked stairs. The giant men lose consciousness under the extreme heavy weight. I step over their quiet bodies without a second single thought. The massive golden doors of the palace stand wide open now. I walk through the large metal doors with steady, heavy steps. Loud steps echo through the giant, empty grand throne room. I step inside the cool, dark, massive hall without any real fear. The false king sits on his high golden throne at the far end. He wears a heavy, bright crown made of pure, solid yellow gold. Thick red velvet robes cover his weak, shaking physical body. He holds a glowing white magic scepter in his right hand now. I analyze the raw power output of his ancient royal weapon. System alert, supreme royal artifact detected in target hand. The king stands up and points the bright scepter at my face. He screams the word vanish with all his remaining weak power. A massive wave of pure white erasure magic flies toward me. The intense bright light tries to delete my physical matter. My colorful macaw repeats the word vanish with a sharp tone. The white magic wave stops moving right in front of my boots. It reverses direction and hits the false king very hard now. His physical body slowly fades away into empty nothingness. The heavy golden crown drops down onto the cold stone floor. A loud metallic clank echoes across the quiet, empty grand hall. I walk forward and pick up the shiny royal crown right away. This entire kingdom now belongs strictly to my absolute rule. System alert. Total world domination objective is now complete. I hold the heavy, solid gold crown in my right hand now. The cold, smooth metal feels completely useless to me here. My bright spectrum macaw rests quietly on my dark shoulder. System alert, world boundary limits are breaking apart fast. The high white ceiling of the grand throne room cracks open. Thick chunks of heavy marble crash down onto the stone floor. A massive beam of pure, blinding white light hits the ground. The sheer kinetic force pushes my heavy iron boots backward. I analyze the extreme energy signature of this sudden event. This power level exceeds all previous royal magic limits. A giant, glowing figure descends slowly from the broken sky. He wears massive platinum armor covered in ancient runes. 6 giant wings of pure white light extend from his back. The air pressure drops rapidly inside the destroyed hall. My heavy dark boots sink into the cracked stone floor below. I calculate the exact physical density of this new enemy. System alert, divine class entity detected in your sector. The bright angel points a giant silver sword at my chest. Pure heat radiates from the sharp glowing blade right now. He opens his mouth to issue a supreme heavenly command. The angel yells the word submit with absolute vocal power. A massive wave of pure holy magic rushes toward my face. The extreme physical weight tries to force me to my knees. My loyal, colorful parrot opens its small, sharp black beak. The bright bird screams the word submit without any fear. The invisible holy wave stops moving in the empty, cold air. It violently reverses direction and hits the giant angel. His massive platinum armor plates groan under the pressure. The divine being drops down to his heavy knees instantly. His giant silver sword falls onto the broken stone floor. I walk toward his kneeling form with slow, steady, heavy steps. This fake god lacks the true power to control my dark fate. The giant angel tries to stand up against the extreme force. He gathers raw holy energy into his 2 massive armored hands. The bright white light threatens to blind my dark, cold eyes. He shouts the word burn with all his remaining lung capacity. A giant pillar of pure white fire erupts from the hard ground. System alert, extreme thermal damage incoming at fast speed. My spectrum macaw repeats the word burn with a sharp, loud tone. The massive fire pillar stops just 1 inch from my iron boots. It violently shifts direction and swallows the divine entity. His 6 glowing light wings shatter into 1,000,000 tiny pieces. The extreme kinetic heat melts his thick, heavy platinum armor. He loses all consciousness and falls flat on the ruined floor. I step over his quiet, broken body without a single spare look. The absolute authority of my pet remains completely unmatched. A strange, dark portal suddenly opens above the empty throne. Thick black smoke pours out from the swirling magic vortex. I feel a massive drop in the surrounding room temperature. Frost covers the broken white marble floor in mere seconds. System alert: dimensional rift detected in the main chamber. A giant mechanical beast steps out of the dark, swirling portal. Thick black steel plates cover its long, heavy, muscular body. Glowing red mechanical eyes scan the destroyed throne room. Sharp metal claws dig deep into the hard, cold stone floor. I analyze the complex gear systems inside its massive legs. The robot monster opens its huge, heavy, dark iron metal jaws. It roars the word freeze with a loud synthetic metal voice. A massive wave of absolute zero energy rushes toward my chest. The sheer cold tries to stop my steady, heavy forward movement. My bright, magical bird screams the word freeze right away now. The fast-moving ice wave stops completely in the empty air. It reverses direction and hits the giant mechanical beast hard. Thick white frost covers its heavy black steel armor plates. The complex metal gears lock up under the extreme cold force. The giant robot monster turns into a solid frozen statue now. I walk past the quiet frozen machine with zero actual effort. This new dimensional threat offers absolutely no real challenge. The dark swirling portal pulses with intense dark magic energy. I must enter this strange gate to find the true hidden enemy. System alert. New hostile dimension identified beyond the gate. I step through the cold, dark portal with steady, heavy steps. Total darkness surrounds my physical body for a brief second. I emerge onto a massive floating platform made of solid glass. Millions of bright stars shine in the empty black sky above. My colorful parrot shifts its small weight on my right side. I calculate the exact gravity level of this strange new realm. A giant stone golem blocks the narrow path across the void. Thick, green, glowing moss covers its massive, heavy rock body. The huge monster raises two giant stone fists into the air. I analyze its extreme physical mass and pure kinetic power. System alert: guardian entity detected on the main platform. The stone golem slams its heavy fists down onto the clear glass. Deep cracks spread across the solid, transparent floor quickly. The giant monster yells the word sink with extreme loud force. A massive gravity field pulls my heavy dark boots downward. The extreme physical pressure tries to crush my spine completely. My loyal spectrum macaw repeats the word sink without any delay. The intense gravity wave stops moving right around my body now. It violently shifts direction and hits the giant stone golem. The massive monster sinks deep into the hard, solid glass floor. Thick, heavy rock shatters under the extreme crushing pressure. The guardian loses all physical form and turns into gray dust. I walk over the broken glass surface with very slow, steady steps. A tall, dark figure waits at the exact center of the platform. He wears a long black coat covered in glowing blue data lines. The mysterious man holds a giant silver scythe in his hands. I analyze his strange digital energy signature without delay. System alert: system administrator detected in the current zone. The dark man points his heavy silver weapon right at my face. He glares at me with pure absolute anger in his glowing eyes. The administrator shouts the word delete with extreme volume. A massive wave of pure green data code flies toward my chest. The digital energy tries to erase my physical matter entirely. My loyal spectrum macaw repeats the word delete with huge power. The green data wave stops moving right in front of my boots. It violently reverses direction and hits the dark, strange man. His glowing blue data lines flicker under the extreme pressure. The kinetic force throws his heavy body across the glass floor. He drops his giant silver scythe onto the hard, clear surface. The administrator loses all consciousness from the heavy shock. I walk toward his quiet, broken form with very slow, steady steps. This system boss failed to stop my supreme absolute rule now. I pick up his heavy silver weapon with my right armored hand. The cold metal handle feels perfectly balanced in my tight grip. System alert: administrator access rights transferred to user. The entire glass platform suddenly begins to shake violently. Huge cracks spread across the clear, solid floor under my boots. A massive holographic screen appears in the empty black sky. Giant red warning letters flash across the huge digital display. A loud synthetic voice echoes through the dark, empty space now. The Master Core yells the word reset with incredible loud force. A giant wave of pure white temporal magic rushes toward my body. The extreme time pressure tries to rewind my physical existence. My bright magical bird screams the word reset back at the sky. The massive temporal wave stops moving in the empty, cold vacuum. It reverses direction and hits the giant digital screen hard. The huge holographic display shatters into a million tiny pieces. The master system core loses all functional power instantly now. Total silence fills the empty black void of this strange realm. I stand alone on the broken glass platform without any real fear. My small, colorful pet flutters its bright, glowing wings quietly. I hold the ultimate power over reality in my own two hands now. The broken system obeys the absolute command of my loyal parrot. System alert. Total universal dominance objective is now complete. A new bright golden light begins to shine in the dark, empty sky. I watch the pure energy form a massive digital command prompt now. The universe waits for my final absolute order to shape reality. I look at my small, loyal parrot with a cold, calm expression now. Block 5. The massive golden command prompt pulses with raw cosmic energy. I raise my heavy dark iron glove toward the glowing light. This empty universe requires a firm hand to establish order. System alert. Ultimate reality override sequence begins right now. A sudden violent tremor shakes the broken clear glass floor. Deep cracks spread across the floating platform beneath my boots. I calculate the exact seismic force of this new spatial anomaly. Giant pillars of pure white light erupt from the dark void. The blinding beams pierce the empty black sky above my head. A supreme cosmic entity materializes inside the bright light. He wears a flowing robe made of pure compressed star matter. Glowing silver galaxies spin slowly inside his huge dark chest. I analyze the infinite magical density of his physical form. System alert, creator class entity detected in the main sector. The cosmic god stares down at me with cold, empty white eyes. He raises a giant hand formed entirely from bright yellow suns. This arrogant fool believes he can judge my ultimate authority. The Supreme Creator opens his mouth to speak a universal truth. He shouts the word kneel with absolute infinite divine power. A massive wave of pure gravity magic rushes toward my dark body. The extreme physical weight tries to crush my thick iron armor. My bright spectrum macaw repeats the word kneel without fear. The giant gravity wave stops moving completely in the cold air. It violently reverses direction and hits the cosmic god hard. His massive star matter robes tear open under the extreme force. The divine entity drops down to his knees on the broken glass. He loses huge amounts of cosmic energy from the heavy dark shock. I watch his glowing silver galaxies dim inside his giant chest. This absolute power makes all enemy attacks completely useless. System alert. Hostile divine energy output is dropping rapidly. The angry creator god tries to stand up on his shaking legs. He points a giant glowing finger directly at my calm, cold face. The air temperature drops to absolute zero around his huge hand. He yells the word shatter with all his remaining cosmic power. A massive, invisible kinetic blade flies toward my dark chest. The sharp physical pressure threatens to break my heavy armor. My loyal, colorful parrot screams the word shatter right away. The invisible kinetic blade stops right in front of my boots. It rapidly shifts direction and strikes the kneeling tall god. His physical star matter body breaks under the extreme force. Millions of bright light shards scatter across the empty void. The creator entity loses all consciousness and fades away fast. I step over the glowing dust without feeling any real emotion. System alert. Primary cosmic threat is now permanently removed. The massive golden command prompt waits for my final input now. I walk toward the floating digital screen with steady steps. A sudden shift in reality occurs behind the bright yellow text. 10 giant black portals open up in the empty dark space above. Thick dark smoke pours out from the swirling spatial gateways. I calculate the exact magical density of this new massive army. System alert, multiple hostile signatures detected in this zone. A legion of dark void knights marches out of the giant gates. They wear heavy black armor forged from pure collapsed stars. Long, sharp purple energy swords glow in their heavy dark hands. I stand perfectly still and wait for their combined attack now. The lead Void Knight raises his glowing purple blade up high. He commands the Dark Legion to focus their raw magic power now. They shout the word crush in perfect unison with loud volume. A giant wave of pure dark gravity rushes toward my physical body. The intense pressure tries to flatten me against the hard glass. My bright spectrum macaw repeats the word crush with huge force. The dark gravity wave stops moving in the empty, cold, black space. It violently reverses direction and hits the whole Dark Legion. The massive kinetic force drives them down into the glass floor. The Void Knights lose consciousness from the huge physical shock. I look at their quiet, broken forms without any human emotion now. System alert: mass threat elimination confirmed in this main zone. The dark portals collapse into tiny sparks of weak purple light. I step over the fallen armored bodies with slow, steady footsteps. The giant golden command prompt pulses with bright light now. I reach the exact center of the broken, clear, floating platform. A strange humming sound echoes through the empty, silent void. The core of the universe tries to resist my absolute total rule. A giant beam of pure red energy shoots from the digital screen. The extreme heat tries to melt my heavy dark iron armor plates. The system core yells the word burn with a loud synthetic voice. My bright magical bird repeats the word burn with extreme power. The giant red energy beam stops right in front of my calm face. It violently reverses direction and hits the huge golden screen. The digital prompt flickers under the extreme heavy heat damage. System alert: core logic matrix suffers massive heavy damage now. The universe realizes it cannot defeat my stolen absolute rule. I raise my heavy dark hand toward the broken flickering screen. My bright parrot rests quietly on my thick dark metal shoulder. I prepare to speak my own command into the empty dark space now. The system tries one last attempt to stop my final action today. A giant holographic avatar of a supreme judge appears right now. He holds a massive glowing blue gavel in his large clear hand. The judge hits the empty air with extreme heavy physical force. He yells the word silence with absolute pure ultimate authority. A giant wave of pure silencing magic flies toward my calm face. My bright spectrum macaw repeats the word silence without delay. The giant silencing wave stops moving in the cold, empty space. It violently reverses direction and hits the huge, glowing judge. His giant blue gavel shatters into tiny, useless digital pieces. The supreme avatar loses all physical power and fades away fast. I stand completely unharmed in the center of the broken realm. System alert. Absolute silence protocol is now fully active. The universe finally surrenders to my supreme absolute power. I look directly at the massive, flickering golden command screen. The digital text waits for my voice to shape the new reality. I take a deep breath of the cold, empty air inside the space. My bright spectrum macaw watches me with intelligent, dark eyes. I speak the word rewrite with a calm, steady, cold human voice. The giant golden prompt accepts my absolute command instantly. A giant wave of pure golden energy explodes from the screen. The bright light washes over the broken clear glass platform. It sweeps through the empty dark void with incredible fast pace. I watch the old broken universe dissolve into pure nothingness. System alert. Universal reconstruction sequence is starting now. New stars form from the scattered glowing dust of the dead god. Huge galaxies spin into existence under my strict absolute law. I feel the infinite raw power of creation flowing into my body. My heavy dark iron armor transforms into pure solid white light. My loyal magical bird lands softly on my glowing white shoulder. Its bright feathers shine with intense supreme cosmic energy. We stand together as the absolute rulers of this new reality. System alert. Total reality assimilation is fully complete now. The giant golden command prompt fades into the dark, empty void. A beautiful new blue planet forms beneath my floating boots. I lower my glowing body down toward the fresh green surface. Soft winds blow across the vast plains of my perfect new world. I walk through the tall green grass without making a loud sound. My stolen authority finally brought absolute, true, eternal peace. No enemy will ever dare to speak a command in my presence again. The bright spectrum macaw opens its small, sharp black beak now. It mimics the quiet, gentle sound of the blowing warm wind. I close my eyes and listen to the silence of my perfect world. System alert environment scan shows 0 hostile threats. I open my cold eyes and look up at the bright, clear blue sky. A single golden sun shines its warm light upon my new kingdom. The colorful parrot cleans its glowing bright feathers with joy. We conquered every single dimension and every single timeline. My journey ends here at the peak of all physical reality. I sit down on the soft green grass to rest my tired, heavy soul. The universe belongs to the echo of my absolute supreme rule. System alert. Final simulation parameter is permanently locked. The story of the stolen authority reaches its ultimate end now. The soft green grass suddenly turns into sharp, cold glass. I feel a massive drop in the surrounding air temperature. My perfect new reality begins to glitch with red pixels. System alert. Critical structural failure detected globally. The bright blue sky shatters like a fragile, thin mirror. Thick black binary code falls from the broken atmosphere. I calculate the exact degradation rate of this simulation. This false piece was nothing but a temporary holding cell. My bright spectrum macaw grips my glowing white shoulder. A giant mechanical eye opens in the empty dark space above. The massive metal iris pulses with intense pure red light. I analyze the extreme digital density of this new entity. System alert. Outer reality overseer has entered the grid. The giant eye projects a massive beam of pure yellow energy. The heavy kinetic force tries to crush my physical avatar. A loud synthetic voice echoes across the broken digital sky. The overseer yells the word purge with absolute loud volume. A massive wave of pure deletion code rushes toward my face. My loyal, colorful parrot repeats the word purge instantly. The giant deletion wave stops moving in the cold, empty air. It violently reverses direction and hits the massive red eye. Thick, heavy metal plates shatter under the extreme pressure. The giant mechanical overseer loses all functional power now. I stand perfectly still amidst the falling digital debris. This higher dimension offers another target for my total rule. The broken simulation grid completely dissolves into nothing. I float in an endless sea of pure white raw data streams. System alert. Hyper-reality transition is fully complete now. Giant floating geometric shapes surround my physical body. I analyze the complex mathematical structure of this realm. 3 massive glowing pyramids descend from the white void. They emit a loud, low-frequency hum that shakes my heavy bones. The extreme sonic vibration tries to break my thick armor. I calculate the exact kinetic output of these new machines. System alert master architect units detected in this sector. The first pyramid opens a huge dark portal on its flat side. A giant solid light cannon emerges from the dark open space. The massive weapon gathers pure blue plasma in its deep core. The architect yells the word format with a loud, deep voice. A giant beam of pure formatting energy flies toward my chest. My bright spectrum macaw screams the word format right away. The massive plasma beam stops moving in the empty white space. It rapidly shifts direction and strikes the giant solid pyramid. The heavy geometric structure shatters into a million pieces. Pure kinetic force scatters the broken metal across the void. The second pyramid glows with intense, pure, bright red heat. It spins rapidly to generate a massive spatial gravity field. The sheer physical weight tries to pull my body apart completely. The machine shouts the word isolate with extreme loud volume. A giant invisible containment sphere rushes toward my location. My loyal magical bird repeats the word isolate without fear. The invisible containment wave stops right in front of my boots. It violently reverses direction and hits the spinning red machine. The massive gravity field crushes the pyramid into a tiny cube. The architect unit loses all functional power and goes dark now. I watch the broken metal cube float away into the empty void. The third pyramid stops moving and projects a giant hologram. A massive face made of pure green code looks down at my body. System alert. Supreme mainframe consciousness is now active. The giant digital face glares at me with cold, angry, dead eyes. It opens its huge mouth to issue a final absolute command now. The mainframe yells the word terminate with immense raw power. A massive wave of pure antimatter flies toward my calm face. My bright, colorful parrot screams the word terminate instantly. The giant antimatter wave stops moving in the cold white air. It violently reverses direction and hits the huge digital face. The supreme mainframe shatters into countless tiny green pixels. The final massive pyramid explodes with extreme kinetic force. I stand completely unharmed amidst the silent floating debris. This ultimate hyper-reality lacks the power to stop my advance. A giant vertical crack appears in the pure white empty space. Thick, golden liquid pours out from the broken spatial fabric. I analyze the extreme magical density of this strange substance. System alert source code river detected in the current zone. I walk toward the glowing golden rift with slow, steady steps. My bright spectrum macaw rests quietly on my right shoulder. I step through the broken spatial crack without any hesitation. A massive ocean of pure golden data surrounds my physical form. Giant pillars of solid black stone rise from the glowing water. I calculate the exact gravity level of this hidden core realm. A huge creature emerges from the deep golden liquid right now. Thick silver scales cover its long, heavy, muscular body now. 6 glowing blue eyes open on its massive angular dragon head. I analyze the immense raw physical power of this new guardian. System alert core protector entity identified in this sector. The giant silver dragon roars with a loud, deafening sonic boom. The extreme sound wave tries to crush my heavy iron armor plates. The huge monster opens its massive, sharp, metallic dark jaws. It yells the word dissolve with absolute supreme magical force. A giant wave of pure acidic energy flies toward my calm face. The chemical pressure threatens to melt my physical body fast. My bright spectrum macaw repeats the word dissolve right away. The giant acidic wave stops moving in the cold, empty air now. It violently reverses direction and hits the huge silver dragon. Thick, heavy metal scales melt under the extreme chemical heat. The core protector loses all physical form and turns into dust. I walk across the glowing golden water with slow, steady steps. This ultimate domain offers absolutely no real challenge for me. A massive black throne sits at the exact center of the ocean. A tall, dark figure rests quietly on the heavy, solid stone seat. He wears a long gray cloak made of pure, compressed, dark matter. I calculate the infinite magical density of his physical form. System alert. The original author entity detected in this zone. The dark author stands up from his massive, heavy black throne. He holds a giant, glowing white pen in his right armored hand. The extreme raw power radiates from his tall, dark physical body. He glares at me with cold, empty, bright, white, glowing eyes now. The author shouts the word rewrite with absolute infinite power. A massive wave of pure narrative energy rushes toward my chest. The intense pressure tries to erase my entire history completely. My loyal, colorful parrot screams the word rewrite instantly now. The giant narrative wave stops moving right in front of my boots. It violently shifts direction and strikes the tall, dark author. His massive gray dark matter cloak tears open under the force. The extreme kinetic shock throws his heavy body across the sea. He drops his giant glowing white pen into the deep golden water. The original creator loses all supreme authority in 1 second. I walk toward his quiet, broken form with very slow, steady steps. I pick up the massive glowing white pen from the liquid surface. The heavy, cold weapon feels perfectly balanced in my tight grip. System alert ultimate narrative control transferred to the user. The entire golden ocean begins to drain into a massive dark hole. Deep, loud rumbling sounds echo through the empty, silent space. I stand on the solid black stone floor of the empty, dried basin. The broken author fades away into tiny gray dust particles now. I point the giant, glowing white pen at the dark, empty sky above. A massive portal of pure, bright light opens in the black void. I calculate the exact dimensional frequency of this new gateway. System alert conceptual realm detected beyond the light portal. I step through the bright, glowing gate with slow, heavy footsteps. Total, absolute silence surrounds my physical body completely now. I emerge into a huge, infinite room filled with giant mirrors. Every single glass surface reflects my tall, dark, armored figure. My bright spectrum macaw looks at its own reflection with calm. I analyze the extreme mental pressure inside this strange room. A huge, dark shadow steps out from the closest tall glass mirror. The dark figure perfectly matches my exact physical body shape. It wears the exact same heavy dark iron armor plates as me today. A dark gray parrot rests quietly on its thick, heavy shoulder. I calculate the exact kinetic potential of this dark fake clone. System alert absolute anti-self entity detected in this sector. The dark clone raises its heavy iron glove toward my calm face. It opens its mouth to speak with my exact cold human voice tone. The shadow yells the word perish with extreme loud, heavy volume. A massive wave of pure dark anti-energy rushes toward my chest. The intense physical pressure tries to rip my soul apart fast. My bright, colorful parrot screams the word perish right away now. The giant dark energy wave stops moving in the cold, empty space. It violently reverses direction and hits the massive dark clone. The heavy shadow armor shatters into countless tiny dark pieces. The dark fake parrot dissolves into pure black smoke instantly. The anti-self entity loses all physical form and fades away fast. I stand perfectly still in the center of the giant mirror room. Every single tall mirror shatters into tiny sharp glass shards. The conceptual realm breaks under my supreme, absolute authority. System alert. Total conceptual dominance is now fully complete. I float in an endless void of pure absolute nothingness today. There are no more dimensions or timelines left to conquer here. I hold the giant glowing white pen in my right heavy iron hand. My bright spectrum macaw shines with intense pure cosmic energy. I prepare to write a completely new existence from pure scratch. The empty void waits for my final absolute supreme command now. I move the heavy glowing pen through the cold, empty, dark space. A giant line of pure golden fire appears behind the sharp tip. I draw a massive golden circle to form the boundary of my world. System alert. New reality generation protocol is starting now. I fill the giant golden circle with bright blue physical matter. Huge oceans of pure, clean water form inside the bright boundary. Massive continents of solid, heavy rock rise from the deep water. I create a giant, bright yellow sun to warm the fresh green land. My loyal, magical bird flutters its bright, glowing, colorful wings. It drops a single glowing feather onto the new physical ground. Millions of bright green trees sprout from the rich, dark soil. I calculate the exact atmospheric pressure of this perfect world. System alert. Optimal physical conditions are fully stabilized. I lower my heavy armored body down onto the soft green grass now. The giant glowing white pen dissolves into pure golden light. My supreme authority no longer requires any physical tools here. I sit quietly on the warm ground under the bright, clear blue sky. The colorful parrot lands softly on my thick, dark iron shoulder. It mimics the gentle sound of the nearby flowing fresh river. I close my cold eyes and feel the warm, gentle breeze on my face. This new universe obeys only the echo of my absolute command. No hostile entity will ever threaten my eternal perfect peace. System alert. Eternal simulation loop is now permanently secured. The ultimate power remains completely mine for all infinite time. I watch the bright yellow sun move slowly across the vast sky. The massive golden rays warm my thick, cold, heavy, dark armor. I analyze the perfect thermal distribution of this new star. System alert solar energy output remains perfectly balanced. Small, colorful insects fly above the tall, fresh green grass. They emit tiny flashes of pure, bright blue natural light now. I calculate the exact biological density of this small meadow. My loyal, magical bird watches the tiny bugs with great interest. It opens its small, sharp black beak to catch a passing insect. The tiny bug escapes into the thick green bushes right away. I feel a strange sense of absolute calm inside my heavy chest. This simple, quiet moment justifies all the past violent wars. The endless cycle of universal destruction is finally broken. System Alert 0 anomalies detected in the current timeline. I rest my heavy dark iron hands on my thick armored knees now. The bright spectrum macaw falls asleep on my right shoulder. Its glowing, colorful feathers pulse with a slow, steady rhythm. I will guard this perfect, peaceful reality for all eternity. No false god or system administrator will ever return here. My bright spectrum macaw closes its small, sharp, dark black beak. The story of the stolen voice reaches its absolute true ending.
This video and everything in it are completely fictional and original creations by Manhwa. The story is made only for storytelling and entertainment inside the fictional universe. It isn't meant to encourage violence, dangerous actions, or harmful behavior, and nothing in this video should be copied in real life. All characters shown in this work are fictional and are presented as 18 years old or older. This content is made only for entertainment and isn't intended to offend, attack, or harm any person, group, or organization. This channel is more than just entertainment. It's made to share deep ideas, powerful meanings, and valuable insights through stories that make you think and feel in a new way.